It's none other than Goa Challengers, who had a phenomenal start to the season, going up against Chennai Lions. That is tie number 7.
Coming up, Chung Yi-Jing versus Patricia Solja. We've got a lot going on today. It's going to be a very interesting battle of styles here. Chung Yi-Jing steady and strong on both wings, but Patricia Solja, her spin variation, so much feeling, can be very tricky. We'll see how it goes. 3 games up for grabs. Solja to start with the serve.
Chung Yi-Jing, too clever, too smart. But let me take everybody back to the first match that Patricia played here when she lost to Sutirtha. Now that, of course, was a big wake-up call, because we've been talking about why it could be just playing on the big occasion, new country, new place, culture, etc. Although she was here in season 1, I believe. But so we'll allow her that. But then she came back pretty strongly. Oh, Patricia, what a comeback!
Parallel forehand, taking some chances here. Now, in terms of unpredictability, placement is important, but if you can keep it surprising, Chung Yi-Jing's constantly guessing. Sharath Kamal, the captain, on his feet. Golden points, 40% right now under pressure, but she's won the last 4 points in a row. Chung Yi-Jing under pressure, what, 63-ish? The better percentage, the stats didn't lie, and Chung Yi-Jing with a big saving point here. World number 8, again, the champions know how to handle pressure.
It was in the receive, it was very gentle, finessed, and there was no opportunity for Patricia to attack. But just a little bit of height, and Chung Yi-Jing utilized it immediately. We know she'll make it. What a champion. What a comeback by Patricia Solja in that opening game. And yes, she lost it, and along with the game, the point. But I'm sure mentally she's in a much better space right now, the German.
Yeah, Patricia Solja, though, knows coming into this that she has an uphill battle. But coming close here after a little fortune for Chung Yi-Jing, she's going to have to feel like, I can do this. I was 1 point away, especially when you're down 6-10, to make it all the way back. That can be inspiring. Frustrating that it didn't work out her way, of course.
Almost exactly like the golden point there. The receive was gentle. And, well, the third point, that is, a bit of height there. Big forehand drive by Chung Yi-Jing. Patricia nowhere near it.
Are we waiting for the timeout for our humidity talk?
Yeah, well.
We can. Oh, more fortune.
Once again, a flash of forehand. She's so quick.
But this was a full stroke over the table. Not easy to do, especially with the ball not so high. We often see flicks, flip kills from that place, but 9 forehand drives for wins. And a good rally here. Patricia's positioning takes the backhand from the middle of the table. It means her forehand can cover the wide wing, adding extra pressure for Yi-Jing to make the ball wide.
Yeah, but Chung Yi-Jing really just an inch or so wide. She had the measure of that. Oh, she misses what she would never have, and that's just, I don't know, nerves or pressure, because she set it up so beautifully.
Yeah, that's a high ball, but it's an awkward ball. A chop block comes down with heavy side spin, shallow over the table. Yi-Jing in position. Now she's got 8 game points, serves back on her side. And the top edge of the racket for Solja, a dominant game number 2 for the top-ranked woman and the top-ranked player in the league. Chung Yi-Jing, 2-0. It was funny, Sharath Kamal offering some advice on the receives. Go wide quickly. Get
Open
in.
it up.
Yeah.
Open it up.
Over the table, she was strong in game 1. But tough, she was forced to, well, she decided to play passive and immediately had to come back to the back of the table. Chung Yi-Jing took control.
Yeah, but Chung Yi-Jing's coaches as well, Arup Basak there and Bettina, still trying to egg her on after finishing the last game 11-2. What more do you tell her? You just say, hey, carry on, well done. But they were still telling, hey, a bit of this, a bit of that.
Yeah, I think at this level, while sometimes people do say, hey, don't change a thing, get back to the table, keep it up, sometimes Maybe there's, hey, if she comes back and she starts doing more aggressive shots on the receive, hold your ground. Maybe just prepare for a tactical change or two from the other side, because we also see that a lot after someone gets dominated. Strawberry works, 4-game points. Solya with that delicious receive. Oh, so juicy, organic even. Watch it one more time. Yoink, deal with that. It's just an awkward ball. 4-game points for a big and much needed point.
Oh, does it, Patricia Solya against the run of play. Coming back 2-5 down, takes it 11-6. Well, her team should be pleased. Table tennis fans around the world should be pleased. What a terrific comeback. Well done, Patricia, even though she lost the match 1-2. But it's good to see that she finally got a mojo back and played according to her plan, pushing Chung Yi-ching around at maybe the last point. Just a little underdone by Chung Yi-ching. Well done, Patricia. After being soundly beaten that second game, that's a pretty good comeback.
So 9 points after the side switch out of 10. She won 90% of the points on that side of the table. Here are the stats on screen.
We move on now to the next match that is in store for us, which is the mixed doubles match that is coming up next. From Goa challengers, we have Amarraj Anthony and Cheng Yi-ching going up against Sharat Kamal and Patricia Solya of Chennai Lions.
Okay, here we go. Mixed doubles. Always of great interest and value here in UTT because it can really turn fortunes around. I know they don't play too often. Of course, they practice quite a bit during the UTT season. And I'm sure that the partnerships develop and they get to know each other's play and strategy and favorite shots. So, I do think Sharat Kamal's experience here is going to be the key. A bit of luck there for Amarraj and Chung to begin with. Well, Sharat Kamal, that is. For the moment, they live on. Peter Engel on the left, along with Muralidhara Rao. Rajat Kamal's there as well, and of course Samir Bharatram, the co-owner. They're all there for the Chennai Lions.
There it is.
Chung Yi-ching, too good, too clever, straight into the body of Sharat Kamal. No chance there for the big man. And they go down narrowly in the opening game.
A big target, and on the move, she hits the target square in the gut, getting out of the way, Amarraj, but still in position. Right there, a parallel forehand for the winner, Chung Yi-ching. Perfectly executed, securing game number 1.
Second game, Goa challenger to start, Lavo. Good one.
Good feeling here, Solya taking it right off the bounce, leaving it just behind the net. Now we got to hear a little bit from the coaches about placement for the challengers. Edge of the table.
The edge of the table.
1-all.
Well, that was a very faint edge. He was so close. I think the umpire waited to see if there was any disagreement from the other side and said, well, if the players agree, no problem, no questions asked. And that is typically what an umpire does. They only get involved where necessary. Well, a heavy underspin serve here. Quick, now, one thing I haven't talked about yet in any of the specials before the show starts is that contacting the ball at different parts of the racket affect the spin on the ball, how rapidly it's spinning. 2 super serves for Solya and Sharat Kamal, and they get through the game. They tie it up 11-6. Charu, impressive.
A change of mind there for Amarraj. Thought he'd go for the big drive, then checked himself, tried to push it through into the net. Solya and Sharat Kamal are back.
Stay in 400 meters when you...
Come on, come on.
So Chung Yi-ching and Amarraj Anthony looking to get back what they lost in game number 2. a sense of control. It was interesting hearing the conversation on the Goa Challengers side, Coach Bettina Kay saying, as soon as it was told, push long to Patricia Solia's backhand, she said sometimes, and that's a very important clarification to make. Good strawberry here, but Chung Yi-Jing reads the top and side spin, calibrates well to counter back. I do like that point about sometimes, though, because if you repeat a pattern too much, quickly somebody picks up on it, adapts. And that's what survival's all about, quickly adapting. Oh, beautiful, right on top of the bounce. Amoraj smothering that ball. His fist of success, I mean, you couldn't keep it down after a shot like this. Next match will be Sharad Kamal of the Lions, the Chennai team, versus Goa Challengers Amoraj Anthony. And in the end, we've got Archana Kamath versus Madhurika Patkar. The way that Archana's played so far, I'd put her as the favorite for that match.
Well, for sure. I mean, she's come along really well. She's only 19, but such a complete player. And we'll, of course, talk more about her later in the very famous win over Manika Batra in the opening encounter at UTT Season 3. Nothing to choose between the forehand winners. Goa Challengers, Chennai Lions are 13 apiece. Well done, Patricia. Lots of topspin there. This is looking better and better. We're in for a tight finish.
Come on.
Oh, wow, what a great get by Sharad Kamal. But unfortunately not their point.
You know, I've been so impressed with Amoraj Anthony this season, way behind the table. Goes wide to the wing, puts the pressure on, and as soon as it comes back on top of the bounce, Yi-Jing with a very short backstroke gets the racket up, counters it quickly.
Well, Yi-Jing was right there. So even though it was a terrific return by Sharad, it was right in the slot for Yi-Jing.
Yo, bro.
Oh,
9 points apiece with the hand
pressure.
slap. Yeah. Remember, they're tied up right now, 4 games apiece in the overall tie. It's 4-4 for the teams. Whoever takes this game not only wins the match, but puts their team in the lead. The Warrior, the captain. Oh, surprising flick here. That's not easy to do. Open face of the racket, over the table. Look at this one more time. Tight serve with underspin, that was low. Sharad Kamal, like a magician, barely any wrist movement, just flicks it away for the win, and it's game and match point for the Chennai Lions.
Oh, to golden point.
Only the second one this tie, and it will determine the winner of the match. The first game of the night was the only other time we saw a golden point. It's been some time, but under pressure, it's going to be tough to find a statistic in the doubles for how they handle.
So it's really anyone's game now. No statistic to help one side over the other. Sharad Kamal to serve. Needs a clever one right here. Oh, well done! Chung Yi-Jing couldn't handle the spin there. Tried to push it back in. Too much underspin to handle. And Sharad Kamal and Patricia Solia. Oh, look at the Chennai Lions. They are roaring. Well done. A 2-1 result here. I think this is important because the next 2 may go to the Goa Challengers. We'll see.
Yeah, you know, the deception factor here is high. The rotation's very heavy. And while there's a lot of spin on it, Chung Yi-Jing can handle it if she can read it. But when it's quick and there's a bit of side spin on it as well, it's a question of how much side and how much under. Sharad Kamal, a warrior and a magician here, disguising it and bringing home the victory.
Forehand winners, nothing to decide. Nor 2 backhand winners, just a mild difference. Much more attacking the Goa Challengers, but the points going towards the Chennai Lions, 7-14. Coming up next, though, in All India, well, I hate to say a final, but it's going to be a terrific contest. Amal Raj Anthony taking on the big man of Indian table tennis for near 2 decades now, Achanta Sharat Kamal.
Fourth match, first game. Chennai lines to solve. Love all.
So we'll see with two of the more senior players right now. Amal Raj quick with the pressure deep into that backhand, shutting down the step around for Sharat Kamal. Oh, the timing.
Too quick.
Smothering it, suffocating the ball right off the bounce. Watch one more time, a flick with the forehand, and as Sharat hasn't even come down yet, forced into the fishing game. Short stroke once again. Wow, what confidence from Amal Raj.
Well, with that size, it wasn't going to be easy for Sharat Kamal to get back into the forehand side. Did well the first time around. Oh, misses the backhand. You know, these battles here, we say All India battles, are important for many reasons, not just for the UTT performance, not just for their teams, but this will have a strong bearing in terms of prestige and pride as well, because yes, they play each other often enough, but this is the big stage. Once again, going Amal Raj's way, more athletic and just more aggressive for me, Amal Raj Anthony. Some good blocks as well, so he's played a complete game. I think I've said that before. He has a complete game, Amal Raj Anthony. No weaknesses. Oh! A service error. Who would have thought to give that game to Amal Raj Anthony?
This is from the same player who just had a super serve at golden point under pressure to determine the match. He's got a very smooth, very unpredictable backhand, occasionally parallel, and just constantly changing it, but I think he has to invest more in that backhand shot.
The last serve, Amal Raj Anthony, a tomahawk that sat up too much. And Sharat Kamal is a different man. You can see it in his eyes. He was sort of losing it. He was despairing in that first game. Now, all fire.
It's funny, his body language for me still, I feel like, oh, a warning on service here. Below the table, the hand that holds the ball cannot dip below the table. From the time the ball is presented, it's considered in play. Well adjusted here. Good spinny backhand from Sharat.
Great.
3 points between them once again. Sharat Kamal in the lead with a second serve here. Yeah, for me it is. That just became the new
day.
Absolutely. Sharat Kamal testing Amal Raj Anthony. There was one shot. Amal Raj Anthony's not especially tall. If you're working in feet and inches, I'd say about 5'5", otherwise maybe about 163 in centimeters. But there was one fishing shot, a lob that comes down that was so high and kicking. Look at this.
Right there.
And it kicks way wide, countered right back with the forehand. That's what high kicking lobs are all about, setting up the opportunity to counter 20 shots in that last rally. Marathon point.
Well, Amal Raj had to keep his concentration, but I've got to say the defensive work by Sharat Kamal was terrific during that last point. And Amal Raj now just a point away. Psychologically, winning that second to last point, so important for Amal Raj. 5-4 for Sharat Kamal, forehand to backhand. Yeah, more and more power in that forehand. He's really pumped up, Sharat Kamal.
Yeah, when you hear the sound like that, that high-pitched, clicky sound, the ball's not sitting on the rubber very long. The vibration is all the way through to the blade and quickly bouncing off. Just a cracking forehand to earn 2 game points for the captain.
10, 9.
Not just yet, going close. Drawn his experience now, Sharat Kamal. He does have the serve. served very cleverly in that mixed doubles, the final golden point. Oh, and he does once again! A similar serve, lots of spin.
Bottom of the net on the receive. We don't see misses like that too often. It
Good
goes
fight.
straight down.
Chennai lines to serve. Love all. Love.
Bettina and Arup Basak also asking Amalraj Anthony to just play positive, be positive. Because in the second game, I did see, if you remember my talking about his look and just kind of the body language, or at least the eyes seem to indicate a little bit of befuddlement, saying, wow, how come this has changed around so quickly? I won the first pretty comfortably.
Incredible shots. You know, we just saw a statistic with 44 to, I think, about 39 in terms of offensive shots favoring Sharad Kamal. That means Amalraj Anthony, as we've seen, has been blocking a lot more and countering on top of the table. That was an interesting little motion there.
Well,
Sharad
he slapped it away. High into the sky. You can see the turnaround here in terms of confidence levels as well. Oh, went for it a shade too quick, trying to finish it off. Sharad Kamal will be disappointed with himself. A little over-aggressive, if you can use that term. Lots of underspin there. It didn't really come back as deep as he might have expected, Sharad Kamal.
That being said, that receive he had a moment ago, it's understandable that he might think he could do it 2 times.
True.
Stay with Patrice Solia, Fly. Man, those flies are just really working the field here.
Oh. 9, 10.
Wow.
3 in a row for Amalraj on top of the bounce. Chennai Lions, just one more, we need it.
Still his serve. I wonder if Sharad Kamal will attack now, or will he play it safe and try and win this here, or take it to golden point? Big risk reward here. Will he attack the serve? No. Oh!
Well, he did, but the shot doesn't come down. Goes for the backhand. Top spin shot to the middle. Vivek Bhargava there. Right now, rooting on his player. The challenger's starting so strong. One more point, the golden point.
Well, perhaps the best way to settle this contest. Terrific comeback by Sharad Kamal after going down 2-11 in the first. This will decide the... Oh! Anthony missing the return!
The underspin
How
on the
many times
serves.
has Sharad Kamal pulled that off today on golden point?
The underspin every
Fabulous.
time.
Yeah.
It's every time. It's been underspin heavy. That right now is his go-to, his bread and butter. Won the tie 2-1. Sharad Kamal. Wow. Heavy underspin on the pendulum, and even the Chiquita hitting the top of the net, but not enough lift. The danger is, if Amalraj Anthony lifts a little bit much and arcs it up, what's waiting? A third ball attack from Sharad Kamal.
He was ready for it.
Wow. Well, Sharad Kamal, a good sign of respect, a good handshake there, but the big brother, the Baya, who is the player with the most, comes out 2-1. Chennai right now.
Well, look at the Goa challengers, Amalraj, 12-4 on backhand winners. That's a bit surprising. Total attacks just about the same. Oh, well, it's been very close. The only major difference in the statistic, 12-4 on the backhand winners.
Started off with Chung Yi-Jing 2-1 over Patrice Solia. Big game there for the Lions with Solia. Alvaro Robles had Thiago, well, on the other side, just too strong. The mixed doubles going the way of the Lions. That was a big determining factor as well. Sharad Kamal strong in both the mixed doubles and the singles. That match was spectacular against Amalraj Anthony.